Okay, no need for some lengthy intro. Let's get right into it. If you haven't seen already, go back to episode 1 where we talk about program structure. Here is what phase 1 looks like. We are looking at a full body pull day, full body push. We're also looking at an upper body day along with a ride day. I'm probably going to do rides twice a week, but we'll adjust it, see how we feel. Anywhere from 10 to 15 miles. But today, we're going to be hitting a full body pull day. So let's get right into it and let's get started. All right, what we're going to be starting off with is the first exercise. I want to get legs out of the way as quickly as possible so I can really focus on the rest of my pull day for upper body. I still want some lower body movement, so I'm going to get the best bang for the buck. And for me, that's barbell RDLs. So it's going to be a pyramid set. So we're going to start with the first set, relatively light. The first set's all about just figuring out how you're feeling that day. Does the stretch look good? Is the weight moving well? Are you moving well? And that kind of gets us into the structure that we want. So we're going to do at 145. This is going to be my starting point. I am using the 25-pound plates instead of the 45 because they're a little bit smaller in diameter, and that gives me a better stretch at the bottom. So that's why I use the 25s. If you don't have that stretch mobility just yet, feel free to use the 45s or Olympic plates like these ones because they're all the same size diameter-wise, and it gives you a little bit more lift out of the bottom. I'm going to do 10 reps on here. Nice. Stretch. Try with the hip. Press back. Stretch. Try. 2. 3. 4. 5. Nice one. Good stretch. Drive through and rack. Moved pretty well. Hamstrings are a little bit tight, so off camera I'll probably stretch it a little bit more, but let's go up in weight. So we're going from 145 to 195. And yes, these are open collars, which are dope. Got to give credit to the original designer though, which is Eleiko. I think Eleiko has a one lever, so you can pop it right in there. This one, significant cheaper. You can buy it from Amazon. I think it's Kepi Fitness, but it has 2 lever points. So that way they close like that instead of using one from Eleiko. But for like half the price, quarter of the price, it's not bad. They're not as well designed as the Eleiko ones, but yeah, we're good. All right, but anyways, 10 reps were before. This one we're hitting for 8 reps for 195. Biggest thing for me is get that stretch out of the bottom. So I'll just go from there. All right. Use your hip to drive out. Try not to pick up with your back. Take the tension out. Use your hip to drive out. Oh, lost tension at the bottom there. All right, one more. All right. Rep 2, kind of hit the bottom. What happened was when it stopped at the bottom, I lost tension. So not ideal for me anyways, because for me, I'm trying to focus a lot on that concentric and that stretch. Once it touches the bottom, there's that sweet spot where you can use it to move back up. But if you rest at the bottom too long, you lose tension in your muscles. And that's more of my goal. Strength will be in the next phase. So for right now, that second rep kind of not the best. So let's move our way up. What's my notes? another 50 pounds. What is that? So that's 245. All right, I should rest a little bit more. Let's move it along for the video. Now here is going to be the top end of my pyramid set for 5 reps is the goal. For giggles though, I might add one more set. I won't consider it part of the pyramid. No. Stick to the plan, then. Stick to the plan. That way I can calculate where I'm at. I can feel good on it. And in the next week, I can decide from there, this is too light. I can make an adjustment on my top end. But a lot of it's going to say too is when I start working my way back down in weight, working backwards from the pyramid, that's when the fatigue will show. I might be able to hold it or not hold it on the stretch. And that'll tell me how well I'm doing in the exercise. So stick to the plan. Stay focused. I'll adjust the numbers next week if I need to. But everyone's always like, progressively overload. I mean, I get it. For me, some people don't like pyramids. They think they're not pushing themselves up to like a max. And I get that in the working up into your weight. Working back down is where you really test your mental fortitude. People tend to give up or drop too much weight in between or whatever. But there's different ways of progression. One is, are you seeing your form better? Do you feel better? Or is the motion moving smoother? Am I able to hold time under tension longer? Those things mean more to me than the overall weight, even though weight's fun. Oh, shit. Whew. I don't think I had another rep in me on that one. So, stick to the plan. I was right there. I think my math was right where I needed to be. Now here is where we take our longest 3-minute rest. We start dropping weight. We're back to 195. Now working back down, the goal is going to be 8 reps. This is where I tend to push myself because the ascending is more, can I get to my heavy load? If I can, great. The back end of the pyramid, the goal is 8 reps. If I can hit it, awesome. If I couldn't, maybe I have to adjust the rest period or my hydration or food throughout the day before I hit my workout. If it's feeling good, I can squeeze in a rep or 2 out. This is where I'm going to do it. Or if this is where I'm like, it feels good, I can just hold the stretch a little longer or just control the eccentric more. That to me will tell me a bit. I'm doing double overhand grip because why not? It just keeps me more steady and level. Do I lose grip sooner than some people? Yeah. But I like the evenness of it. I don't like being, twisted one way or another. If I was doing straight deads off the floor, sure, up is up. This requires me to control the eccentric a bit more, so I'd rather stay level. I'm not going to use straps because I think this is all weight that's manageable, but my wrists and my forearms are definitely fatigued. So, talked enough. Let's do it. 8. Woo-hoo-hoo. Busy on that one. That eccentric was long. All right, let's do it again. We're halfway. Let's go. Stretch. 7. Last one. Keep it long. Oh shit. Whew. Whew. I don't know how long that eccentric was. It felt like a million years, but looking back on camera, that probably wasn't that slow. But shit. Oh, they're magnetic, by the way, so that's cool. This is where we're gonna hit that 10 rep range. This is a 50-pound drop overall, so hoping it moves smoothly. Oh, so for you guys that are wondering, no, I did not steal from a Crunch Fitness. There was one locally here in Arizona that closed down a few years ago. Some local shop bought it. I can't remember their name. If I remember, I'll give a shout out. Probably won't be in this video because I'll forget once I start editing again. But if I remember, I'll post it somewhere on social. Maybe my Instagram if you guys want to follow me. And the rest of the crew, along with some of the athletes. We're at XYZ Fitness Industry on Instagram. Do I have a Facebook? Do I have a Facebook? I think so. I think it's at the same thing. I don't really remember. I don't go on Facebook. Finish the story. I just bought it from the place that bought it from a Crunch Fitness that closed down. It was cheap, man. I got so lucky. They were like under $1 a pound. I was like, oh, heck yeah. The time I got there, though, there was no more 45s. So I bought all the 25s I could. Which wasn't a lot, but enough. I don't know why that one's so taxing. One more, come on. I got one more. Nope. Whew. Unfortunately, that was my forearms I gave out, so that sucks. But I did more than 10. I think I was 11 plus. I don't know. Okay. Time to move on. Oh, shit. This is going to be the single arm cable rows. I like to do it chest supported. You can do both. I like single arm on this one. It just tends to feel better for me. And I know my grip is already shot from the RDLs, so I have these handles from Prime Fitness. They're like the mag grips. It just doesn't require your wrist to move as much. So what it does, it doesn't fatigue your forearm. So your grip usually isn't that much of an issue. You cut and you go. It makes it a lot easier in terms of forearm strength. But your back just blows up. You feel it like immediately. So single arm, 10 to 15 reps for 3 sets. So let's move with it. I want to be right around that 12 rep range. 2, 3, whatever weight I'm doing. I want to get to the point that I can push to 15 reps. Once I get to that 15 rep range, I know I can go a little bit heavier. Oh. All right. Woo. Other side. Let's do this. Oh. Oh, fuck. I mean, shoot. I mean, whatever, man. So I'm going to continue this. I think the 100 pounds is enough for this, which equates to about 50 pounds. I believe it's a 2-to-1 ratio. It is a 2-to-1 ratio. So 100 pounds is more like a 50-pound pull. My mid-back isn't that strong compared to my lats. So 50 pounds is plenty. So I'm going to hit these other 2 sets. And then we'll move on to the next one, which is kind of more of a mid-back / lats, depending on how you do it. For me, blows up my lats. So let's hit it. We have Landmine Rows. I have this beautiful piece by Oak Club. You can do it straight off the floor if you want to. This gives me a better positioning to anchor one of my feet up a little bit higher, so I have some more support. Perfect for me. If you do doubles, usually you can just connect something like a mag grip, and you can do both at the same time. I want to do singles, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Get a better connection with it, especially with my lats. So the goal is 3 sets, heavy, anywhere between 6 to 8 reps. I'm going to start with 50 pounds on here because I don't know what this feels like yet, and then we'll push it up from there. I'm going to brace on this opposite leg, stand tall. Pull to my waist. I might say to my waist, what I'm saying is my elbow's driving back to my waist. 7, 8. Felt good. Oh, I feel that. I have good control on that one. So if I go heavier, I know my eccentric and my concentric won't be as smooth, but as long as I still get a good connection with it, I'll take it. Smooth. All right, let's go up. Let's go to 75. Now here's where it's tricky, right? Because since it's pivoting on a pivot point here, here's the lever arm going this way. Most of the weight, most of the tension is going to feel the heaviest when it's directly perpendicular to the pivot point / parallel to the floor. The higher it goes up, which is why you'll see it sometimes, people will come here and they'll start rowing from back here because here is relatively light because the distance to the pivot point is shorter or towards that wall there. So it's not as heavy. So I'm going to really try and load up that front foot to get a good row. That taxed me more than I thought. Come on, grip. Don't give up on me now, baby. Oh, that 7th one was a little sloppy there. When you do unilateral stuff, doesn't matter if it's upper body or lower body, just give yourself 10-15 seconds. Not only to catch your breath, but I don't know if you've ever done it where you do lunges and you do one side, one leg gets all pumped up, the other side's just not doing anything. So it takes you like 2-3 reps just to get used to the motion again. So best way I found to work around this is either alternate each rep, can't do this with this one, or just give yourself 10-15 seconds to rest between switching sides, like your central nervous system, reset, and then when you're ready to go, you're ready to go. Up. Woo. God. Let's do more. Let's hit 100. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because it's really highly mid-back focused at the bottom. As you get higher and you pull back towards your waist, it really focuses you on using your lats more. So this to me is harder than 100-pound dumbbell rows. I can do that all day. Not all day. I'm just being facetious. But relatively easier. I don't know. Maybe it's just the positioning, but this one. Whoo! Nope. I need more rest. The range is 6 to 8. Mentally, I'm going to tell myself 8 so that I can aim for 8. Structurally, though, 5 or 6 is probably what's going to happen. But tell yourself 8. 8. 8. 8. Whew. Let's go. Son of a bitch. God. 1. Oh, shit. Ah. Ah. Oh, let's do it again. Let's do it again. You know what I should get? It's chalk. I've never actually used chalk. Is it worth it? I mean, I don't do deadlifts really. For something like this, though, I'm just like, yeah, I get it. Come on. 1, 2. Damn it. Fuck. 3. 6. Fuck. Okay. That sucked. Holy crap. Let's try again. Oh, Jesus. Oh, there's no way. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. Damn. That's all she wrote. Oh my God. Woo! Just to reiterate how much that shocked me in terms of how hard that was. This is after I did those Landmine Rows. This is no weird edit or anything. I mean, my grip is still gone. My hands are shaking a bit. I'm going to grab the hundreds. I'm going to do rows, and it's not going to be that bad. Well, I say that now. Like I said, this is not some weird edit. Am I that taxed? Or was the exercise just really that difficult? I don't know. Figure it out right now, okay? I'll show you. All right, here. Ready? Hundos. Okay? Not full of it, promise. I like to have a relatively nice, strong stance. When I'm really narrow, it's more of a hip twist for me, so I don't like that. I want my back to be what's working, not my hips. So, yeah, fine. 1, 2, 3, more. It's like, why are those Landmine Rows so hard? Oh, he landed it quietly. It's not real. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Here, right? This one, right there, okay? Let's start the first one because I do have a bit of an injured tricep. So I'll take the first one with just the bar, and we'll add in some load, 4 sets of 10. But here's the thing, like, to move away from what I just talked about there was good stretch. Oh, controlled motion here, right? But the other exercise just threw me for a loop. So I just had to reiterate that it's not just, don't just follow whatever influencers online. They make it easy, look easy, but truth is, you gotta struggle through it. Some people will be like, oh, I'm in that program, not enough volume, not enough exercise. Oh, this is too late. That's too late, but it's a good stretch. Ooh, but if you push yourself hard enough, you'll find it. Oh. So there's going to be struggles when you do your training. It's not always going to go directly as planned or how you want it programmed. It's just the nature of the beast. But the whole point is keep improving, do better for yourself. And who cares what other people say? If you're getting results out of 2 exercises or 4 exercises, all it means is you have to do less to get more. You don't have to do more to get more. It doesn't always work that way. At some point, your body's going to want to just recover instead of rebuild. And I'm trying to rebuild. You're going to get that. It's like a bell curve, right? There's a point where I'm going to progress here. I'll get a higher progression here. If I do more, then at some point, there's diminishing returns. What that looks like, though, I don't know. Take 2 good exercises and just kill it. See how you do. But anyways, elbow feels good. Don't have to worry too much. So let's add some weight and let's hit these sets. I'm going to be running a tempo of 2-0-2-0, which means a 2-second eccentric, a 0 pause, 2-second concentric, and a 0 pause. That just makes sure I keep the motion as fluid as possible to get the best pump out of it. Sometimes I want more of a stretch, so I'll focus on the pause and the eccentric. Sometimes I want more of a contraction on the tricep, so I'll focus on the pause on the concentric side. But for this one, I just want one smooth motion. So let me get some weight. Honestly, this might be too much. I don't know. I think this is 70 pounds. I think the bar is 22 pounds. Last I checked, but I honestly don't remember. It's either 20 or 22 pounds. Let's just say 20. And I'm adding 2 25s on each side. So 50, 20, so 70 pounds. It'd be a bit of a stretch for what I'm trying to do because I have no support on my back. So that means I have to use my core to engage, which just means I'm not as stable, which is fine. I need to work my core anyways. But that also means you won't be able to move the load as much without your body moving with it. So, you know, if you see me rocking a bit, don't mind me. This is too heavy. Fuck it. Oh, shit. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Smooth. Keep it smooth. There you go. Oh. 4. 5. 6. Smooth. 7. 8. 9. Come on. 10. Oh, God. Ooh. Ooh. All right. I have 3 more sets like that. So I'll wrap it up here. Have a good workout, guys. If you want to follow along, screenshot. I'll put it in the beginning of it. I'll put a screenshot of what the training day looks like. And then I'll do one here at the end too. So if you want to follow along, feel free. This is more of an intermediate type of plan. It can also be used as a beginner plan. You just don't have to push as heavy or as hard. I specifically put the weights on there because it's designed for me. Just remove whatever weights I do, try to stay within that rep range, and whatever weights for you, whatever work. Sorry, mind is gone. There's no oxygen going to my brain left. Whatever works, whatever weights work for you, do that. So thanks for following along. Next training day is going to be a full body push. So